Welcome to Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Today's topic is critical evaluation of industrial revolution. As in the previous videos, we already started the playlist for the subject industrial sociology and discussed various topics related to it like meaning of industrial sociology, evolution of industrial sociology, different stages of evolution and so on. So in today's video we'll discuss about the critical evaluation of industrial revolution. So before I started the video, I want to say you that if you like my video, please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Now coming to the main topic which is critical evaluation of industrial revolution. So the industrial revolution was based upon a new dynamic of economic activity, capitalism. Capitalism is basically only focused on earning, resources increment and so on. The system of capitalism became the driving force behind the growth of industrial activity because everyone was to become a capitalist person. Capitalism involved new attitudes and institutions also. Entrepreneurs now engaged in the sustained, systematic pursuit of profit. So, for the capitalism, entrepreneurs also evolved and they use different types of sources, different types of methods to uh, create the sources of earning. The marketers acted as the key instrument of productive life and goods and services, and labor also to become commodities whose use was determined by rational calculation. England was the center of the industrial revolution. The new economy was completely different from what it replaced. Before industrialization, agriculture and textiles were the chief occupations of the British. So, generally, industrialization and agriculture in the field of textiles, it started from the Britishers mainly. Most people lived in the villages, like in our Indian villages. There are peasants and landlords. They were blacksmiths and leather workers, the weavers and the potters, the shepherds and the brewers. Society was small in the Indian culture. It was hierarchical, that is, the status and the class positions of different people were clearly defined. So, in the Indian villages, there are different classes of the persons on their basis of their working conditions. Like all traditional societies, it was also characterized by close interaction. With industrialization, each of these features changed. One of the most fundamental aspects of New Order was degradation of labor, the wrenching of work from protective context of guild, village and family. Both the radical and conservative thinkers were appealed at the decline of status of common laborer, not to mention the skilled craftsman. So basically, the most of the person was focused on the working conditions of different types of crafts, skills, unions, and so on. And the society is divided into guild, village, and family, and so on. Urban centers expanded and grew. It was not that there were no cities earlier, but their character prior to industrialization was different. The industrial cities gave birth to a completely new kind of urban world. It was marked by the congested factories, by overcrowded slums of new industrial working class, bad sanitation, and general squalor. So, after developing different types of conditions, different industrial sectors, there are also congested factories developed with the overcrowded slums. It was also marked by the new kinds of social interactions. The factory and its mechanical division of labor were often seen as a deliberate attempt to destroy the peasant, the artisan, as well as family and local community. The factory was perceived as an archetype of an economic regimentation, hitherto known only in barracks and prisons. For some sociologists like Marx, the factory was oppressive yet potentially liberating. Different types of psychologists also give their opinions regarding evolutions in the industrial system. Here, workers learned both collective functioning as well as concerted efforts for better conditions. Another indicator of emergent societies was the significance of clock time as a basis of social organization. A crucial aspect of this was the way in which In the 18th and the 19th century, the tempo of agriculture and manufacturing labor increasingly came to be set by the clock and calendar in a way very different from pre-modern forms of work. So there are different development done in the different sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, labor industries in the 18th and the 19th century. Prior to the development of industrial capitalism, work rhythms were set up by factories such as period of daylight, the break between tasks, and the constraints of deadlines or other social duties. Factory production implied the synchronization of labor. It began punctually, had a steady pace, and took place for set hours and on particular days of the week. In addition, the clock injected a new urgency to work. For both employer and employee, time is now money. So, as a result of the capitalism, there's only money which is focused by the different capitalist person. So, this is all about the critical evaluation of industrial revolution. I again summarizes all the points so that you can easily understand about the topic. So it is basically based on the new dynamic economic activity which is known as capitalism. It is the driving force behind every industrial activity. England was the center of industrial revolution, but basic changes done in the Britishers also. Most people generally lived in villages in India and they are working as a blacksmith, leather workers, weavers, potters and so on. So most of the fundamental aspects in the case of labor are developed in the different classes like guild, villages and families. Urban centers are also developed and there are so much congested factories are also developed with the overcrowded slums in new industrial sectors. So this is all about the revolution in the new industrial revolution. So if you have any query about this topic or if you want to know about any other topic related to research methodology, business management, industrial sociology and so on, you can ask me through comment box. If you like my video, please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. We will meet in the next video with new topic. Thank you everyone.